After more than 2.5 years of conflict in Sudan, the World Food Programme says famine-like conditions are already being witnessed in El Fasher, the capital city of North Darfur State, and Kadugli, the capital city of South Kordofan State. The UN body further says another 20 locations across the Greater Darfur and Kordofan areas are at risk of famine. A WFP report says more than 21 million Sudanese, about 45% of the North African nation's population, are facing severe hunger. The UN says women and girls in Sudan are the most affected.
Women have been seen foraging forests for edible leaves and wild berries to boil and make soup. Pregnant women are at higher risk of being malnourished, and those that are also breastfeeding.
A report by the World Food Programme identifies conflict, extreme weather and economic shocks as the main driver for acute food insecurity, with Africa one of the most affected continents globally. The Global Report on Food Crisis 2025 says in Central and Southern Africa, 56 million people in 12 countries faced serious hunger in 2024, with conflict being the main driver of the problem in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Central African Republic and Mozambique. In Eastern Africa, over 65 million people faced high levels of acute food insecurity in 8 countries last year, with localized conflict blamed for the situation in Sudan, South Sudan, Ethiopia and Somalia. Meanwhile, over 51 million people in 13 countries in West Africa and the Sahel faced extreme hunger in the same period, with conflict blamed for the worsening food insecurity in the Central Sahel region and the Lake Chad Basin area. An expert says prolonged violent conflicts trigger a number of factors that lead to acute food insecurity.
The disruption of food production systems could be one impact. The other one is the breakdown of supply chains. If there is also a food supply, but you may not access it.
To reverse the trend, experts are recommending a cessation of hostilities in conflict-hit areas, as well as peace-building initiatives and sound policies to create a stable environment that could strengthen food security.
Peace must be built, meaning it is to sustain the ceasefire, to sustain the peace process, and then peace-building initiatives are very important. When I say the peace-building, it means addressing the root cause of the conflict.
But with conflict still raging across the continent, coupled with climate change and economic shocks, there are concerns that food insecurity could worsen this year unless urgent action is taken to address the problem. Robert Nagela, CGTN.